Hey everyone, welcome back to Pete's Purview. Tonight we're going to be watching episode 2 of The Last of Us, and I want to give a quick thank you to everyone who found my very first YouTube video last week. Thank you so much for giving it a watch. I really appreciate it. And as you can probably tell, I'm not used to doing any YouTube videos. I forgot maybe the most important thing for people to say: please subscribe, leave a like. I would really appreciate that. So if you didn't do that last week and you enjoyed watching the video, it'd be awesome if you subscribe to the channel. And I didn't get the chance to make a separate, more in-depth review of the episode, which I wanted to. Hopefully I can start doing that going forward. Editing the video took a little bit longer than I expected, but I probably should have expected that since it was my first time. So I wrote down some quick thoughts to go over before we get into episode 2 that I want to talk about. My MVP of the episode was Sarah. I thought that actress did an amazing job portraying her. I love that we got more in-depth backstory compared to what we got in the video game, and it just made that death scene between her and Pedro Pascal as Joel even more impactful. And there's some death scenes where it's sad, but it doesn't really feel like person's in that much pain as they're dying. And this one was amazing. You could really tell by the way she was grabbing on to Pedro, how he was holding her. It just really looked like it was a painful death, and I just think that added to it, and it was so good. And you can see why that made Joel the way he is 20 years later, when he's just kind of casually tossing another child into the infected dead body. So she was my MVP of the episode. I think I had to give it to her since she's probably only going to be in that one episode. Plenty of other times for other actors to win MVP of the episode. I thought everyone acted really good though, so I have no notes on the acting. One scene I thought was really frightening was when everything was going down in Austin and Sarah was over at the neighbor's house, and that's when you see Grandma for the first time when she's infected, eating her either daughter or daughter-in-law, and you saw the cordyceps coming from her mouth, and we got introduced to her as wheelchair bound, and now she's standing up running. That was frightening, and love that Joel just rolled up in the truck and just yelled, "Get in the truck." They're not talking about what's going on or anything like that. It was all business. Get the hell in the truck. Then Tess. I thought the introduction of Tess was really cool. You can tell that she is a master at reading people. The way she talked to Robert compared to the way she talked to Joel. Joel, she was very calm, almost talking to a child that she needed to calm down before they have a temper tantrum. She knows how to talk to people, and she changes it up based on every specific person that she talks to. She talks a little smack to Marlene, calling her the Che Guevara of Boston or something like that. So I thought she was really good, that introduction, and the pacing is great. I like that we're already at the end of the episode. We're leaving the Boston QZ. We're heading to the Statehouse. So the story is going. And when they said they were going to do the whole first season or whole video game in one season, I was a little bit skeptical, but I thought the pacing worked really well. And yeah, that's about it. I hope we get some real good clicker action this time. I think that might have been the only thing missing from episode 1. We only got a little bit of a clicker at the very end of the episode. So looking for more infected. And finally, I'm interested to see what kind of character development there is between Joel and Ellie. Is he going to soften to her at all, or is it going to keep kind of the same dynamic as the first one? Because that's really the heart and soul of the game and the series as well, I'm assuming. So I'm interested to see how that's going to develop. But let's go ahead and get into episode 2. See what's going on. All right, episode 2, here we go, on the way to the Statehouse. All right, little flashback to, let's not Doesn't look like Boston to me. Jakarta. All right. We heard about Jakarta on the radio in the episode 1. Like it might have been starting here. Is this the epicenter of the outbreak? All right. What are the police here for? Police or military? I don't know their uniforms. She's either in trouble or she's like a fungi expert that they're abducting and they need her help. He looks kind of scared though. There we go. They need her help. I like that we're getting a little bit of backstory into how it all started. One of the leading theories I had heard on like Reddit and some podcasts last week was that it could have been started by a fungal infection in some food, some flour. Neighbors were eating the biscuits and cookies, and Joel and Ellie refused all of that.
Untuk mempersiapkan slide. Kami gunakan sebagai persiapan pengambilan sampel dari tubuh manusia, Bu Ratna.
From someone that's infected with it already.
Cordyceps tidak bisa bertahan pada manusia.
Can now, baby. Alright, what stage is this person gonna be in? Are they losing their faculties a little bit? Are they violent and angry, attacking? Or are they dead? I'm gonna have to learn how to blur out stuff. I'm assuming they're dead and not just put under. Oh, looks like they got put down with a shot to the head. Oh, so that looks like a bite, like she got bit by something already. So not patient 0. Oh, ew. It's like the muscle had disappeared and it was just like cordyceps in there. You gonna have the stuff growing out of her mouth already? Yep. That gave me a little bit of a gag response. Even though the human was dead, the cordyceps was still alive, at least for a while.
Di pabrik tepung dan gabah di barat kota.
Flour and grain factory.
Lalu pekerja yang lain bagaimana? 14 orang hilang.
Started with 1, they bit 4. 14 people are missing. Just expanding exponentially.
Kami membawa Ibu Ratna kemari untuk membantu kami untuk mencegah penyebaran.
I don't know if she can. I think you're fucked. As we learned from the first episode, it's going to prove to be mighty difficult to have a vaccine for a fungal outbreak. Fungal pandemic.
Saya telah menghabiskan waktu hidup saya untuk mempelajari hal ini. Jadi tolong dengarkan saya baik-baik.
About to drop some truth.
Tidak ada obat. Dan tidak ada vaksin. Jadi apa yang harus kami lakukan?
I like how they're counting on one lady too. Don't call like the World Health Organization or anything like that. Let's not get a team of people on this. All on you, ma'am. Ooh, she's saying blow it up.
Bom seluruh kota.
Wow.
Dan seluruh orang yang ada di dalamnya.
That is an extreme solution. But maybe the only one. He didn't like saying it. I didn't like hearing it. Right, taking a little nap. On the way to the Statehouse. Oh wow, she's in a building. Like just by what she was laying on, you'd think she was like in a meadow or forest somewhere. But that's growing in a building.
Morning.
They're just watching her, waiting for her to turn. They're not messing around. They're not taking any chances. Neither would I.
Test you how?
I have to pee.
Test you how?
Made me count 1 to 10.
And hold out my hand and then keep it steady. But you know, I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a fucking monster.
I think that's a pretty good test. They should at least know why they're transporting her now, though. Just by intuition.
She made it through the fucking night, Joe.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Have a little belief, Joe.
I'm gonna talk to you like you're an adult, okay? Joel and I aren't good people. We're doing this for us, because apparently you're worth something. But we don't know what you're worth if we don't know what we have.
If I were her, I wouldn't be giving them any information right now.
It doesn't matter if she is or she isn't what the Fireflies say. If they believe that she is, then
They'll give up the bag for her.
Whoa.
yeah, looks different in the daylight, huh?
Can you imagine 20 years and nature just like starts to take over again? Who knows how much like bombing might have happened if the US maybe took that advice that was given to Jakarta. You had planes crashing and
Is
everything.
this where they bombed?
Yeah,
Yes, they did bomb.
they hit most of the big cities like this. They had to slow the spread somehow.
Is that how they were able to get like a wall up around at least part of Boston? Bombing the hell out of it. That's so fucking sad. Can't wait until we get the first glimpse of like the golden top, if they keep the same one from the game, of the Statehouse. Just what I was constantly looking for.
How did you get bit?
You know the old mall in the QZ?
The one that's sealed off and boarded up and no one's supposed to go in? Ever? That one?
Well, she went in.
Whatever, I snuck in.
Nobody's gonna be coming after you, right? Like mom, dad, boyfriend.
I'm an orphan, and no.
If there weren't like infected zombies or whatever trying to kill me, it'd be awesome to explore all of this. Oh, this looks familiar. This is the hotel, yeah.
You ever stay in a place like this?
No, a little out of our league.
How do you even know what this is?
Have you heard of books?
Oh my god. I'm gonna laugh. If there's ever a part in this show
This is so
where he has to get a
gross.
pallet. Ellie has to sit on the pallet.
Check it
And he
out.
has to float her around to get to the other side. 'Cause that was the one thing I found super annoying from the game. I'm gonna constantly do that.
Yes, sir. I would like your finest suite, please. Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to check your luggage? Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am.
You're a weird kid.
You're a weird kid. Oh, fuck me.
She is absolutely nailing Ellie right now. A little too confident, sassy, bratty. Talk to each other or just sit in silence.
Where'd you learn to do that?
The circus.
He's like, God, I fucking forgot about teenagers.
Where are you from?
Small talk.
How'd you end up in Boston?
Pass.
Aw, I wanted to know that
No
one.
questions about me.
I want to know how he went from Austin to Boston. Good job, Tess.
What now?
I look like you're not gonna like this look. Ooh, that's a lot of infected.
Then I guess enough people came through looking for the QZ. We went inside seeking shelter. And that's how they get more and more of the city, bit by bit, year after year.
Wow. It's like people hear about the QZ. They're off in the middle of the country somewhere making their way here. What are they doing?
They're connected.
More than you know.
Oh,
The
hive
fungus
mind
also
type
grows
thing?
underground. And you step on a patch of cordyceps in one place, and you can wake a dozen infected. from somewhere else.
Wow.
Now they know where you are. Now they come.
That is not something that was in the game. So that's kind of the replacement of spores. Be fun to go to a museum if there wasn't stuff trying to kill you. You can just touch everything, play around with everything. I don't know. Oh, is that like you step on it and they know where you are? Or are they dead?
It's bone dry. Could mean they're all finally dead in there.
Need to watch out for the wet cordyceps. So I wonder if you see like a cordyceps vein coming out. It looks like it's moving or glistening or something like that. You just say, nope, not going in there. Never been to Boston. I imagine they have a lot of cool old American artifacts.
Okay, from this point forward, we are silent. Not quiet. Silent. No questions. Let's do it.
That means they think a clicker might be in here. When stuff gets so quiet, it's so tense. God, any little creak. Can you imagine? And imagine if you had any sort of hearing impairment where you couldn't tell, like, made a little more extra noise than usual. That would be frightening. If that happens, you just cross your fingers. Hope nothing bad hurt it. I feel like you'd almost want some sort of like little noisemaker you can put like outside the building and then go hide. See what comes out. My, oh my, oh my, that's loud. That's loud. And it totally blocked your way out from the way you came. You gotta hear something coming. Yep. This is where I hide in the corner quietly. Using the clicks. Try to locate things. Is there more than one? Just be quiet. Oh my god, right by you. Ooh. Oh, you gotta go for the head, Joel. Oh, crap. Taken out by a mannequin. Bad way to go. They make some noise in a different area. Try to throw them off. Get too focused on that, Joel. Keep looking where they are. Right by him, isn't it? That's disgusting. She's doing good. She's keeping quiet. It's like echolocating. Definitely want to stand behind stuff. Ooh, straight over. Alright, come on, Tess. You're gonna have to come up big on this. I guess Joel did it. Go for the head! My god! Right. There we go. Holy crap, they were shooting like me. Be like, damn it, I just wasted a lot of ammo.
You all right?
Twisted ankle. Yeah. You alright?
Well, I didn't shit my pants.
Gotta count the wins when you can take them. She got bit again.
Got it. I got it.
Feel like electrical tape's hardly gonna do anything.
What about the kid? Maybe the first bite didn't take. And what about the second?
How about you just take the good news? Can you do that?
I'm
Like to think for once maybe we can actually win?
Tess getting a little testy.
Just
Go and watch her.
But man, you can't.
There it is. Golden Dome.
Come on, let's get there before it's dark.
Alright, they didn't have any other altercations before they got there. This is like, let's get this fucking over with. Turn over this girl, get our shit. Get our truck.
Holy shit.
Fuck out. Like someone might have blown the plan. Blown their cover. Start looting. Pick up those weapons.
Who killed them? Fedra?
One of them got bit.
You.
The healthy ones fought the sick ones. Everyone lost. Tess, what are you doing?
I'm staying. I mean, our luck had to run out sooner or later.
Fuck. She's infected.
Yep. I thought that, but I didn't want to have it be a spoiler. Got it on the shoulder in the game.
Oops.
Oopsie doopsie.
Take your bandage off.
Prove the point, not spreading like hers is.
This is real. Josh is fucking real.
I think he needed to see that.
I need you to get her to Bill and Frank's.
No.
Ask you for anything, not to feel the way I felt, not to let you shut the fuck up because I don't have time.
Your last wish, you gotta do it. Are those able to like let other ones know that they're there? What the heck? Oh, yep. It's alerting him. This is scary as hell. And they are not slow. You need to get the fuck out of there. Burn it all down. Oh, just going for the hero's exit. Oh, he does not want to lose another person he's close to. Nothing you can do, though. Can't save her. Save Ellie.
No! We're not leaving!
You have to, Ellie.
Get off me, you fucker!
Yeah, better light. Don't give me the Zippo won't light bullshit. This better fucking blow up. They're like going after Joel and Ellie because they can like feel where they're running. And she's just standing still. You getting down low, maybe a spark will set it off. You? No. Don't kiss me. Excuse me? Maybe already her infection had like prevented her from moving. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Oh, at least she had enough of her mind still left to be able to drop it. She got bit on the thing, so they said like getting bit on the neck area, that's only like a 5-minute till the infection is complete. So she was losing it. You know you've lost it when you let an infected put cordyceps straight into your mouth. That's another tough loss for Joel. I don't imagine he opened himself up to very many people after he lost his daughter, and Tess was definitely one of them. He knows that was hard on him. And I'm sure it's hard on her, the little bit she knew Tess as well. Wow. All right, so that's about where I thought I was going to go to. If it had been a very long episode, they might have got to Bill and Frank. But it looks like that's where they're going for the next episode. Tess's last wish for him to get her to Bill and Frank under the hopes that they would take her off Joel's hands and try to figure out where out west she needed to go, where the Fireflies were going to be taking her. That's the downside of not letting additional people in on your plan. Now Joel doesn't know, Tess didn't know. If Marlene would have just told them, at least he would have some idea of what might be involved to get her where she needs to go. But that didn't happen. You need to use your words. You need to let some people in on your plan. We're not gonna watch the trailer for the next episode. I don't want that. What an episode, though. Thought that was great. I loved seeing what happened in Jakarta at the very beginning of the episode, and that what was she called? Mycologist? Study of mushrooms, cordyceps, something like that. Her diagnosis, I'm not sure what the right word is, was to just bomb this city. And since we did get a quick scene of, I think it was Tess or Joel telling Ellie that, yeah, this is where the bomb hit in Boston. I'm assuming that Jakarta probably did the same thing. And apparently the bombings is what helped them at least curtail it a bit. Let them get those walls up around that part of Boston for the Boston QZ. We know there's a Atlanta QZ. We heard them talking about that's where they're making the bullets and pills. So I imagine Atlanta probably got bombed. Wow. Can you imagine? And the biggest city in the world, New York. I would have to imagine that's probably one of the first places to experience an outbreak in the U.S. That's one of the biggest international hubs in the world. Everyone's flying into New York, getting to the U.S., so it's probably spreading from there. And so many people in New York. I mean, we saw it firsthand with coronavirus. That was one of the first outbreaks. And if everything was as bad as it is in Last of Us, and that's the only solution you have, they probably bombed it. I can't imagine what that would have looked like and how many people would have died. I don't know how many people are left in America during The Last of Us. Is it 1 million? Is it under 1 million? Who knows? I'd like to hear what the population is, if they have any idea. But I thought that was great. The clicker looked awesome. And my only critique is on their shooting. You got to go headshot. You can't go center chest. They just keep on coming. It looks like these fungi, these cordyceps, are all about the brain. So you got to kill the brain just like a zombie. Otherwise, it's going to keep on coming. Oh, you got to get that shotgun and just blow off the leg so it can't chase you. And the biggest change from the game is there was nothing where like the cordyceps spread out underground, and if you stepped on one of the cordyceps, it would alert hundreds, thousands of infected that were around that area where you were, and you just had to hightail it out of there. And those infected were fast. They were running. I don't know what you do. I mean, there's obviously no cure. The only cure seems to be blowing the shit out of things. I would imagine if you still know they're there, that you would keep on bombing if you had the capability of it. So that makes me think that they don't have the planes anymore. I think we saw helicopters in the Boston QZ when we first saw that, like a reveal from the child. In the first episode after the 20-year jump. But I would think, like, if you knew infected were there and you still had the capability of bombing it, you'd keep on bombing it. So I have a feeling that we don't have that capability anymore. So that means most of the military is wiped out. So it's probably just Fedra and God. So they made it to the Statehouse, going on to Bill and Frank's next. I saw a couple little looks from Joel to Ellie, so I feel like the cogs, the wheels are spinning in his head. He's starting to maybe open up a little bit. And I think Ellie starting to trust him a little more, and she doesn't really have an option at this point. It's either run away, or she definitely doesn't have the capability to survive on her own. I don't think, not quite yet anyways. So she's gonna have to follow Joel wherever he decides to go, which he is close with Bill and Frank, I would imagine, since he had that whole setup at his apartment with the radio, them letting them know when they have something new that he might be interested in, or if they have nothing new, or if it's that 80s song, that there's trouble. And at the end of episode 1, we got that there was some trouble. I don't know if that means trouble at Bill and Frank's or what. But I imagine we're probably going to find that out next episode. And I kind of hope we keep on getting like a little bit clearer piece of the puzzle at the beginning stages of the outbreak every episode. So maybe like a little 5-minute thing every episode where we get a little clearer picture of what happened at the very beginning of the outbreak. Wow. But thank you again for everyone who found this video and the previous video. It'd mean a lot to me if you like and subscribe to digest this episode a little bit. And hopefully this week I will be able to get out another video with a more in-depth review once I have some time to think about it. But until then, hope you all have a great night. Hope you love the episode, and see you next week. Bye.